I feel everything too deeply, and sometimes I wish I didn't. I care until it hurts, forgive before I should, and carry guilt for storms I didn't cause. I overthink every silence, apologize for taking up space, and love people who never look back. I lose sleep, replaying moments, wondering if I said too much or if I wasn't enough. And deep down, I fear I'll always love harder than I'll ever be loved back. That's deep. And with that quote, I'm sure we've all been there where we really loved someone, or we loved hard, forgave maybe when we shouldn't have. It's all in hindsight, right? Or being afraid of loving somebody too much and not getting that love in return. And I feel for a majority of us, we've all been there. And there's probably other people who have been there with us, reverse the roles, where they maybe loved us more than we loved them, right? And it really is a fact of life. But at the same time, we do have to protect ourselves to a point too and stop overgiving, because I know that I'm an empath. And in a lot of situations, I overgave. I gave far too much. Anyways, let's get into this. Welcome to Is There Life Out There? So I just read you that quote, and it was very deep, and it just really, really got me. Anyways, and it brought me to the things that people say to me being a single woman. And keep in mind, as much as I read that quote, I am very much in a place of peace in my life. I have no emotional attachments to anybody outside of my family, of course. But people will say things, is it hard to meet people? Because they wonder why you're single or think that there's a reason, right? These, generally speaking, are married people. And is it hard to meet people? No. I feel I can go out and meet lots of people. You know, you can go on sites, you can go out, you can meet people. And honestly, I am just at such a peaceful place in my life that I just feel it's a waste of time and energy. And I feel in other videos, we've talked about all the red flags that are out there. So that's pretty much my answer to that. Another one is, do you ever get lonely? And no, I really don't. I truly enjoy my own company, and that is hard for a lot of people to understand, but I truly do. Like I say, I've done the work. I have no emotional attachments, and loneliness is just not a thing. I enjoy my own company. Would you like to be in a relationship again? I mean, sure, if somebody brings peace and value to my life, I would be open to it. But I very much leave it up to fate or faith, you know, that if somebody is meant to be in my life, they will find me or I will find them. It will all come together. If it's meant to be, it will be. Yeah. So, are you worried about growing old alone? No, I'm not. I don't feel I would grow old alone, but I guess people see that as growing old alone without a spouse or a partner. Whereas I don't feel I will grow old alone with my family and my kids. And, like I say, growing old alone, I'm totally at peace with that if that's what it's going to be. Uh, why don't you date? You never know. Well, I think we already talked about that. Is I feel it's just kind of a waste of time and energy, and I tend to get frustrated, with the games or people telling you they're one thing when they're another. I just don't want to put the energy into it, I guess. Just not something that really interests me. And these are statements that people will also make. I hope you find a good man one day who takes care of you. Well, in my 51 years, that has not happened as of yet. And I don't need a man to take care of me. I take care of myself. I raised two kids on my own, so I had no choice. I had to work. I didn't have any financial help or anything like that. So, here we are. It's all good. I have no problem supporting myself, and I'm not looking for anyone to support me. It must be hard financially doing it on your own. I've heard that one. And yes, it can be. But also, I have lived in the same home for around 20 years, and my overhead is fairly cheap compared to what a lot of other people are out there paying. Rents are crazy, and I'm quite content. And that could change in the coming years, but you just got to roll with the punches. But as for right now, I cover everything just fine. You must get hit on all the time. That's another one. You know, People will comment on your looks, even if it's other men that are married, and they'll say, you're a very attractive woman and whatever. I mean, teach their own, right? But I don't think we ever see ourselves in the eyes that maybe other people see us. So this is not ego driven, but it's things that people have said to me. And I don't really feel that's true unless I'm very naive and I just don't realize it. Yeah, so there's that. And wouldn't it be nice to have someone to travel with? As I would like to travel and do things like that. But to be honest, I'm really good with my own company. And I covered that in another video too. It wouldn't be horrible to have somebody to travel with, of course. I mean, come on. That would be okay too. But I do enjoy my own company. And I do enjoy going on a trip and doing what I want to do. It's just camping. You get up when you want, you eat when you want, You want to go somewhere, you just go. Uh, yeah, it's just all about me. And I really don't mind it. I truly enjoy my solitude and being on my own too. So there's that. And it's never too late to find love. People will say that like I feel I've missed the boat or something. I just find these comments very interesting. And if any of you have heard these types of questions or comments, let me know. Yeah, it's never too late to find love. I do believe that. Like I say, I'm just not out looking for it. So, yeah, here we are. And I'm totally at peace with where I'm at. And obviously, being on my own, I do think I have to take my garbage out and cut the lawns, do those supposed blue jobs, but I'm very capable of doing them myself. I'm not interested in finding a man who can take the garbage out and cut the lawns. Like I don't need anybody for anything. So, but people see that as a blue job, right? Not really a pink job. And I just do what has to be done. Anyways, y'all let me know what kind of comments you get about being on your own, what things people will say. And it almost makes you question, like, do they think something's wrong with me or what is it? You know? Anyways, hope to see you on the next one. And bye for now.